Welcome to the Dice Tower, a video podcast about board games and the people who play them. This is a special episode of the Dice Tower in which Tom and Melody Vasel talk about their top 100 games. And now, here are your hosts, Tom, Melody, and Holly Vasel.
Alright, welcome to the Dice Tower. It's time to see some more of our top 100 games of all times. We're doing two of our top 100 lists. We're doing my top 100 games, and we're doing Melody's top 100 games also. It's a beautiful day. Let's look at some games.
I like this game because it comes with nuts and carrots and all that kind of other fruit or food stuff for like whatever this thing is, a gopher. Or go for it. Well, I like this game because when I was 6, I loved it because you have to try to add the food up to 6. But when you get 2 cards in a row, uh-oh.
Basically, there's a pile of cards in the middle of the table, and on your turn, you turn over one of those cards and see what it says. Okay, so Melody got an apple there. She can then keep the apple and finish her turn, or she can draw another card and see what she gets on the second card. And that's an acorn. Now she can draw again or keep both those cards. So she goes ahead and draws again, or she's going to keep both cards. Alright, but let's say she had drawn again, and this would have been acorns, but then she would have lost all her cards because she would have drawn 2 acorns. Once you get 6 of any one type, then you get a trophy, and the first person to get a certain amount of trophies is the winner. Very simple, very easy, push your luck game for children. And Melody likes it because,
like I said, you have to go for it.
Tribune is a newer game from Carl. Hang on. Tribune hit my list last year, still on my top 100, and it's a game about basically placing workers down on the table, which is something that's been done in many other games, Agricola and Caelus, and the list will go on and on. But Tribune takes it into the Roman era, which is a theme I have a soft spot for. But the interesting thing about Tribune is not about the workers you place, or about the money, or about controlling majorities. That's all well and good. But what makes the game interesting is you can set your victory conditions to some degree. There's several things that you can go after, and you might have to get 4 out of 8 different things, or 5, depending on how many victory conditions you play for. Or you can just play for points and different things you go for. So you might go for fame, you might go for money, you might try to control different groups to get points, and it all works together on a very splendidly designed board. The black side. This side looks really good and is a deeper strategy game, one I think we'll be playing for a long time. So my game here is Tribune.
This game because one person is trying to pick a number for other people to guess, and the other people are trying to guess the number that the person picked.
If you look, this is part of a grid. The grid actually goes from 1 to 50. You have cards down from 1 to 50. And on your turn, Melody will pick one of the numbers here secretly, so go ahead and pick one. And then I'll say, is it this one?
Nope.
Okay, when she says no, I then turn it over and I ask her a question. Is it a 2-digit number? And she'll say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, so now I know it's a 2-digit number, so I know it's not these up here. So I can guess another one. I'll say, is it this one, 23?
Nope.
Okay, so I turn it over. Is the number greater than 23? Well,
Nope.
I already know the answer to that. So, is it this one, 12?
Yes.
Yes, and okay, and I got it. But if I hadn't, then what is this one? Is it an even number? And you can keep going, and players take turns, and you're trying to be the person to guess the number. It's a good game in teaching logic and deduction skills. And Melody, you like it because,
like I said, doopsie doopsie, guess the number.
DeMocker is a game about the German elections. This is the 5th year that DeMocker has made. my top 100, and its place has remained fairly stable. And that's because I get to play this game maybe once a year. And you think, well, big deal. It takes about 3 to 4 hours, and if you watch my reviews and such, you know that I'm not a huge fan of game length. And yet I keep coming back to DeMocker. Why? It's because DeMocker is a game about the German elections. That's not why it's interesting, but because everything you do makes sense. For 4 hours, I sit there enthralled in every decision that's made and try to move the votes my way, try to change the way the country is looking at different issues, trying to get votes in different districts. It is fascinating, and it almost always comes down to the wire. This may not be a game you play all the time, but you owe it to yourself to try DeMocker at least once.
This game because you can see the other person's mice fall into a trap.
Alright, and this is a game that actually uses the box as part of the game. You can see here, this is kind of the starting layup, and players will start with their mice in these corners, and on your turn, you're taking off sections of the roof, moving your mice around, but it's always possible that someone can, on their turn, move a piece in such a fashion, whoops, I guess that's the wrong way. They can move a piece in such a fashion, boy, I wouldn't do well at this game, as to make your mouse fall down. Other than that, you're trying to get your mice to stand on pieces of cheese that are the same so that you can get 2 pieces of cheese, but you're never sure where those holes are under the castle. There's roofs that cover them up. They come back off and come back on. And so the game is a bit of memory, but it's also a lot of fun. Actually, this game says that it's for 6 and older, but I will highly disagree that 6-year-olds can handle the game. I think you need to be older to really understand the intricacies of it, and adults can do pretty well at this game. Melody, what's your favorite thing about the game?
Trapping other people's mice and not liking the part where your mice falls into the trap.
But I like that part.
No, I don't. Jeez.
This game broke into my top 100 last year, and it's moved much farther up the list. Get bit! This is a silly, what some people would call stupid game. And it comes with these little robots whose legs and arms you can rip off. Or I guess maybe they're not robots, but they look like robots. They look like Lego men. And they are being chased by a shark. And each turn you play the cards, and you will take... all these swimmers are swimming in a circle, and the shark is going to bite the person who is last in line. You have to play your cards, but it doesn't take a lot of thought. You play a card, you can play randomly, although I don't think you'd win. You can play sporadically, but it's fun, and everyone gets a real kick out of saying, ha 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 ha. That sounds a bit gory, tearing off the leg of someone else, but really, it's just... we call them robots anyway, but what does it matter? It's a lot of fun. You should check out this game from Robot Martini. It's one I'm surprised. I probably play it 30, 40 times every year. Get bit. Thanks for joining us today. I'm glad you enjoyed those top 100 games. Check out our website, www.thedicetower.com. We're putting up a list of the games there. You can see them if you like them. Go ahead and click on the links. You can buy them through Fun Again Games. And we get a little bit of the return that helps support the cost of putting these videos up on the internet. Anyway, until next time, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Melody. And I'm Holly.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.
Say it again.